Não usou nada. What? Bom. Save me. Oxe. Ah. Oh, Deck. Oxi. Engraçador. Oxi, ia fazer outro. Ué? Oxi. Nossa. Esse cara é doido, é? Não, não, não. Eita. Nossa. Shooting ropes. Yuki Onna. A Makayashi de zero absoluto. É, mas eu não sou um bem. Ai, não, 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 não. Vocês já deixaram o like, galerinha? Hã? Que horror, não. Vocês estão devagar hoje, hein? Rapaz. Espada dourada. Ah, ele é bom, pô. Esse é o nome dele. Oxi. É doido, é? Os caras é retardado, né? Observem a invocação. Oxi. Mas cara é retardado, mano. Nossa, Ave Maria. Esse sabe duelar não, ó. Mas rapaz, velho. Ah. Hum, hum, hum. Oh my god. É, olha, duelos de Mago Negro. Não, tem alguma ex-irmã estrela. Raigeki! Essa é uma carta clássica que todos conhecem, né? The bomb, the bomb, the bomb. Bum, 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 bum. Filipio! Caralho. Um monstro que vocês não viram há muito tempo, né? Oxi, o que uma carta tem a ver com a outra? Rapaz, mano. Oxi. Eu, hein? Hum. Sapato das dentadas. Rapaz, uma carta incrível, né, velho? É sensacional. O que vocês acham dessa carta? Rapaz. Baby, come back. Ac. Oxi. 16. Oxe, tá errado isso aqui, velho. Eu tô. Oxi. Não. 7. É 21. Ah, esses japoneses são terríveis. Ah, Maria. Cansativo. Madó. Madó. Ah! Esqueci.
Acelerador de lucros 99p. A funcionalidade que faz sua grana crescer ainda mais rápido.
Tudo promessa acabou de dormir.
Para já acelerar seu
Ah,
lucro. Se é a
nossa.
lucratividade que você quer, só aqui tem.
Save the pig. What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy.
É Zig Pig.
Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
But here's the thing. The reason I kept doing it once a week is because it was doing well. People were showing up, engaging, and supporting. If that pattern continues, I'll keep doing it once a week. But if we keep doing it and then it gets basically kind of stale, people are getting bored of it, not showing up, not engaging, not supporting, not too interested, we won't do it once a week. Maybe we'll do it every other week. Maybe we'll do it every third week. Okay? The thing is, it takes a long time to get these games. For example, Heavy Rain is a short game. It's 60 parts, and if you do the math from back then, you know, each part was around 10 minutes long, so it's about a 10-hour game. It took us 6 weeks to get to a 10-hour game. Okay? You can imagine if I'm actually playing a lengthy game of 20, 30 hours, that's going to take us like months and months. So, yeah, that's the deal with that. You know, doing it weekly makes sense, but at the very same time, it is a sacrifice for gameplay stream, right? So, what's the best choice? I don't know yet.
I'm upset. I just keep asking for my fans for support.
Alright, so anyway, yes, having a contagious disease in an RPG is kind of a unique and weird thing, but the fact that you can accidentally have a random chance to have your game essentially stop. Imagine playing the game for like 80 hours, and then this happens, and now you can't make any progress and your game is done. And you can't fix it either. Like, right? I don't know if I agree with this. Like, I have to tell my wife, she's still playing the game, she's been playing it all weekend, I have to tell her about it. Because she's aware, because I don't want her game to be ruined. Imagine she's going to be very upset. She's playing this game for a while and her game's ruined because of this. So, yeah, I got to tell her about it. And be aware, if you're playing Dragon's Dogma 2, if you don't want to get soft locked and you can't progress if people are dead, I strongly recommend you keep your eyes peeled for this dragon signal. Okay? Okay. Cool. Back to the show.
It's not a legit playthrough. I'm saying that up front. This is not a legit playthrough. This is meant to be a playthrough that's going to be very interactive with my viewers. They're going to be guiding me through the game, telling me what to do, and showing me funny stuff.
BB Phil says, I found your match with Justin Wong in Evo 2006. Did you react to that kind of stuff yet? Nope. No. It would be nice to react and explain the matchup and what's going on in it and stuff, but no one has really requested that. Because again, what you have to understand is that, sadly, people are idiots on the internet and believe what they want to believe, despite facts. So even though there is video evidence of me beating top players at tournaments online, that doesn't exist. What are you talking about? The only time Phil ever did well was Evo, where he got 4th place, right, against 3 Japanese players in a busted version of Super Turbo. It's like, well, what about Evo East that he won? There's video evidence of him beating Seth Killian and Justin Long, right? What about the other Evo East he beat on a different version of the game? What about all these other tournament results where he won tournaments? What about the year 2007 when I went to every qualifying tournament for Evo and I either placed or won every single one of them? So, just ignore all that evidence, right? That's all just the one Evo I got 4th place at, right? That's it. That's all they say. They're moron. They literally just ignore facts in front of their faces in order to have their false narrative be pushed to the people. You literally have to go out of your way to ignore facts to think that I suck at Street Fighter, right? You have to.
But it is salt. It's even now, getting my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
That was my tip. Here's more. Thanks for reading my first event. Keep it up. So this is Genesis Gaming. Okay, thank you, Genesis Gaming. Yeah, and just for the record, if you want me to respond to a contribution, it has to at least be $1. And understand that if we don't do that, we're going to start to have coming in with little pennies, 5-cent donations, and hope that I just derail my whole stream reading this shit all day. That's exactly what they did. Remember I just mentioned 2017 I became a live streamer, or an interactive live streamer? During the Breath of the Wild playthrough, idiots came on the stream and were doing like 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, and the pop-up would just keep going.
Shadow Moon? Como assim, Shadow Moon?
You just submitted 100 2-cent messages. I got to sit here for the next 4 hours reading your shit. It's an idiot. You know? I'm not wasting my time on it. Oh, I know. Dark Gaming says a lot of streamers don't even fall off tips under $10. A lot of streamers, when they do like Q&A streams,
Nossa, a caixa tá toda acabada, mano.
contribution of some sort for them to even read your question.
Oh.
Think about that. Imagine if on this stream, I won't even read your question unless you cost me $5. That's how some people do it.
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations.
Dr. Stevie says, honestly, a lot of the stuff you got hate for between 2013 and 16 has become the norm for streamers to do. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This has become the story. Everyone else can do anything and they're fine, but if I do any...
I'm sorry. Nossa, olha, atualizou. Desculpem. Pronto.
anything is wrong. It doesn't matter what I do, what I say, how I act. If I improve
Ah, ela é
or not,
bonita,
doesn't
mas
matter.
tinha que
I'm just either
diminuir o
wrong, I'm
preço,
always the
né?
villain. Because again, I've become the meme of the internet.
Ai,
Apparently, I
mas
feel like,
né?
listen, when I was younger, I
Oxi.
was an idiot. I was an obstinate, stubborn jerk. I felt like my shit didn't stink. I didn't want to listen to any criticism or constructive or otherwise. Literally, I was just, hey,
Save the
right? Don't like
the
it, don't watch,
game.
fuck off. That was what I used to say, right? Now, I've changed for the better. I know that that's an awful attitude to have, and I want to improve. I want to make better content. I feel like I have improved dramatically. I think we're heading in the right direction with the content that I'm making, instead of it just being gameplay, doing other stuff and being variety, like this show, for example. You know?
Local.
Yeah, sadly, the internet doesn't care. The internet has an impression, rides this meme, and will never let it go. So it doesn't matter what I say, do to improve or not. I'm just the villain.
You think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself.
And again, any moment that I have to possibly get a fair shake, people use that to capitalize and just turn it back to negativity so they can benefit from it. Because they realize if they bite into the meme, if they ride that negativity wave that's against me, they will get more views, contributions, and popularity than if they were not.
Views.
The side scrollers last year,
I am Mr.
nice to
Views.
me after their interview. They wouldn't have gotten any notoriety or popularity whatsoever. Instead, they did exactly what everyone else does. They took the easy way out. They became toxic trolls of mine. They literally rode that for weeks to months on end. And they got tons of popularity based off of it, and they used that to propel themselves to change their show, because now they had eyes on their show. They used that to propel themselves to be a political show. And now, they just do that same polarized political bullshit that everyone else does on the internet. It's just really boring, it's very outdone. But that's what they do. And they get comfortable doing it, and it's all because they rode the wave of toxicity. Right? If they had been nice to me after the fact, they wouldn't have had any of that. None of their popularity would have ever happened because no one would have ever had eyes on their content. No one would have given a shit. Right? So there you have it. Doesn't matter what I say or do, you know? It's just, hey, as long as we're hurting Phil, we'll get that popularity out of it, so might as well just keep doing it, right? And again, the other big thing about this is that the other meme about me is that it doesn't matter what's said about me. It doesn't matter what's done to me, I still exist and persevere. I mean, the meme is that everyone else gets canceled, everyone else goes out of business, everyone else is gone, but dark side still perseveres, right?
Oh! It won't die. It's an immortal thing. Look at this. What the fuck? It never dies. What the fuck? It won't die.
Right? And I hate to say it, as much of a meme as that is perseverance, it's a double-edged sword. If people think that no matter what, you can't go away, they think it's okay to do anything to you because you're just going to survive it. Right? Because that's true. All these people say and do horrible things to me. But then, I'm still here, I still persevere, right? I'm still here. So also, it's fine. Just keep beating them up. Right? If you're like, so there's a guy who's literally invincible, you can't ever kill him. So just keep running up and stabbing him and shooting him and fucking ripping his limbs off because they're gonna regrow and because he's immortal, right? So just keep fucking him up, give him endless torture just because, you know.
Endless torture,
Does
yeah.
that make it right to do it? Of course it doesn't, but that's how people are against it. It's literally, it's an endless cycle of just keep fucking with Phil as much as you can because you can get away with it and he'll still be here anyway. Everyone's taking a shot, like literally over the years, every single content creator's taking a shot at it. It's a rarity when you find someone who doesn't take the easy shot at it.
I'm a E-bagger.
Put myself out as a victim. Right? The reason that a lot of the things that happened to me over the years is because of me. I know that. Yeah. And before anyone freaks out, yeah, so far, I don't see anything for 1 Minute Man today. And I don't know if that's because I'm not getting notifications. I don't know if he's just not keeping today. I know I'm really going to freak out and be like, but 1 Minute Man always tips during the pre-stream, right? I see nothing today. And I'm not going to freak out about it. No, we'll see what happens. Okay. Let's end the show, shall we?
I did it on the third try, 24.
This is a restricted area.
What? Gee, what a great game. Wow, that's amazing. I totally should have used my inspirations on that because the game is fucking stupid. I told you guys. This game is fucked up. The game is fucked up. But now I gotta fight him anyway and I'm using my inspiration roll because the game is fucked up. This is really stupid. What just happened? What is going on? What the fuck is happening in my
Não,
game?
não, tem vários chatos nesse jogo. Você quer que eu seja mais
Yo,
um?
what the fuck?
My old PS4 is on the floor over there. This
Minha
office,
filha,
oh
só
my
você
god.
não vai.
This office needs a thorough
Você
cleaning.
não tem
It's fucking dirty and nasty. It really is.
What the fuck? I can't play. What happened? What happened to my turn? Why does it keep going black screen? Stop, you fucking piece of shit. Stop doing that. What the fuck is wrong with this? What is dude? Look at what's going on with the fucking bar at the top of the screen. It's dancing. I can't do anything. What happened to my turns? Wow, this is outstanding, right? This is great. Look at this fucking glitching. It's fucking glitching. What? What is this? This has got to be a joke. This is definitely a joke. There's no way they're serious about a dancing turn bar. And when I was in the middle of my turn, it took my turn away and had a bunch of other people do their turns. Right? This is all fucked up. What is wrong with this shit, man?
Shameless plug.
So bad. I'm sorry. It's terrible. What happened? What the fuck is going on? Now I can't... What the... What? Yo, the whole game is bugged out. The whole game is completely bugged out right now. Are you kidding me? Like...
It doesn't matter what game I play, I'm a fucking bug magnet, dude. Wow, that's really pathetic. I really hope that the fucking weapon exists, because if not, I mean, this game, you guys see this game of the year, you're out of your minds. With the amount of bugs and problems this game fucking has, it's a shame, because I feel like if the game was actually polished better and didn't have these nuanced problems, it would actually be like an insane masterpiece, but
Insane masterpiece.
I would never give a game like this with this many bugs and issues fucking game of the year. Never. You know? And this game's been out since, what, September of last year? And they still haven't fixed this? These problems? So you have been addicted to mobile games? Yes, I have. Come on, we gotta get another goal. Come on. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champion
Star.
I love it.
I love it.
Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. Contributions are...
Meus amigos, no nosso bate-papo de hoje a gente vai trocar uma ideia sobre a Magazine Luiza, que acabou de apresentar o balanço de 2023 e os números não foram tão animadores, afinal de contas, após a divulgação do balanço, o mercado já reagiu negativamente a esses números. As ações têm fechado em queda após a divulgação do balanço de 2023, a gente vai trazer todos esses números aqui nesse nosso bate-papo. A partir de 2018, 2019 e 2020, a empresa estava trazendo sólidos crescimentos Você vê aqui pelo valor da ação. Em 2020, as ações da Magazine Luiza estavam batendo R$13. Na pandemia, teve aqui uma queda, mas logo em seguida ela já se recuperou e as ações lá no final de 2020 já estava batendo ali na casa dos R$22, R$23. E muita gente aportou dinheiro aqui na Magazine Luiza, só que a partir de 2021 as ações da companhia começaram a despencar e nesse exato momento as ações estão sendo negociadas a R$1,90. Quem investiu lá quando estava batendo R$23, R$22, perdeu 90% do seu investimento. E a gente pode elencar aqui alguns fatores que foram cruciais para essa queda das ações da Magazine Luiza, mas eu vou te trazer aqui pelo menos 2 fatores. O primeiro é o modelo de negócio da empresa, que depende muito do produto, que trabalha com produto com valor agregado muito alto, com produto em estoque. A Magazine Luiza dá crédito para as pessoas comprar uma geladeira, um fogão, um ar-condicionado, um micro-ondas, um computador, um móvel. Só que a taxa de juros no nosso país, que saiu de 2%, foi para 13,75%. As pessoas pararam de tomar crédito e as vendas da Magazine Luiza despencaram. E também a Luiza Trajano, que é a dona da Magazine Luiza, acabou gerando uma grande confusão, vinculando a imagem da empresa com o Lula durante a campanha presidencial de 2022, o que gerou aqui sérios atritos, realmente arranhou a imagem da companhia e muitas pessoas pararam de comprar na Magazine Luiza, desinstalaram o aplicativo e boicotaram a Magazine Luiza. E isso, obviamente, gerou uma queda drástica na receita da empresa, que estava vendo as suas dívidas aumentarem. E com a queda drástica nas receitas, aqui a gente tem uma combinação explosiva para qualquer empresa passar por maus bocados. É exatamente isso que tem acontecido com a Magazine Luiza, e agora eles apresentaram os resultados de 2023. Será que esse resultado teve alguma coisa positiva? Vamos analisar todos esses números aqui. Você que é um investidor da Magazine Luiza vai ter alguns insights bem interessantes. E você que gosta de acompanhar grandes varejistas, grandes negócios, fica comigo até o final desse nosso bate-papo para você ter acesso a todas essas informações. Obviamente isso aqui vai impactar no varejo brasileiro, impactando no varejo brasileiro, acaba impactando também na nossa mesa. Mas antes de a gente entrar a fundo aqui no nosso bate-papo, preciso te dizer que esse conteúdo é um patrocínio da Insider. A Insider, que é uma marca de moda que trabalha com tecidos tecnológicos, por exemplo, essa camisa que eu estou utilizando aqui, ó, que é a Tech T-Shirt, é uma camisa que tem um tecido tecnológico. Estou puxando aqui, estou amarrotando para ver se ela vai ficar amarrotada, e você vai ver que não, ó. Voltou ao normal, já tá esticadinho de novo. É uma camisa que vai te dar uma grande praticidade no seu dia a dia.
Nossa, propaganda, eu tomando.
São as vendas da Magazine Luiza dentro do seu próprio e-commerce, ou seja, os produtos que a Magazine Luiza tem no seu próprio estoque e que são vendidos através da internet, do site lá da Magazine Luiza. Isso aqui é o 1P. E o 3P é o marketplace da Magazine Luiza, é o mesmo site da Magazine Luiza, só que quem vende os produtos lá dentro, quem coloca os produtos lá dentro são outros vendedores. Você, por exemplo, que tem uma loja física, tem um catálogo de produtos, você pode colocar o seu produto dentro do site da Magazine Luiza. Toda vez que você vender lá dentro, você vai ter uma comissão. Inclusive, a gente ensina todo esse processo através da nossa comunidade e-commerce, onde a gente ensina as empresas a venderem dentro da Magazine Luiza. Ou seja, são produtos que são vendidos dentro da Magazine Luiza e não são da Magazine Luiza, são de terceiros. E aqui a gente vai perceber que teve uma mudança de estratégia da Magazine Luiza ao longo desses últimos anos. A Magazine Luiza tentando seguir o mesmo modelo que os seus concorrentes estão seguindo, como por exemplo o Mercado Livre. Até porque o Mercado Livre, que é o principal player do e-commerce no Brasil e na América Latina, tem fechado com lucros e lucros insanos nos últimos anos. E a Magazine Luiza, durante esse período, tem fechado com prejuízos. Nesses números, a gente vai perceber uma mudança de mentalidade da Magazine Luiza. Olha só, no ano de 2018, as lojas físicas, vamos olhar primeiro as lojas físicas, estava tendo ali um certo crescimento, mas chegou em 2020, teve uma queda de 7,4% por conta da pandemia. Muita gente ficando em casa, as lojas físicas fechadas. Então, obviamente, vai ter uma queda na receita, uma queda nas vendas. E teve uma queda aqui de 7,4% em 2020. De 2020 para cá, as coisas não foram mais as mesmas para as lojas físicas da Magazine Luiza. Em 2021, fechou com um crescimento de 0,2%, ou seja, praticamente estagnado. 2022, 0,1%. E agora, em 2023, teve aqui um certo crescimento de 4,7%. O 1P, que são as vendas da Magazine Luiza, os produtos que a Magazine Luiza tem em estoque, ela investe, ela compra e vende através da loja virtual do e-commerce da Magazine Luiza. Lá em 2018, 19 e 20 teve um crescimento muito forte. Destaque aqui para 2020, todo mundo em casa, né, na pandemia, comprando através do site da Magazine Luiza, teve um crescimento de 122% dos produtos da própria Magazine Luiza no seu site. Só que as coisas começaram a cair a partir de 2021, 2022, e aqui em 2023 teve uma queda da venda dos produtos próprios da Magazine Luiza no seu e-commerce, uma queda de 1,3%, muito por conta dessa estratégia da Magazine Luiza de diminuir o risco do seu negócio, fazendo menos estoque e focando mais no seu marketplace e na loja física. Por exemplo, a Magazine Luiza aderiu ao programa Remessa Conforme, que é um programa que abre as portas aqui do nosso país para regulamentar as compras internacionais. Dessa forma, a Magazine Luiza acaba trazendo os produtos da China e vendendo dentro do seu marketplace, produtos que ela não tem estoque, produto que vem da China. Só que quando é vendido no marketplace da Magazine Luiza, a Magazine Luiza recebe uma comissão em cima dessa venda. Obviamente é muito menor do que se ela tivesse o produto no estoque, teria uma margem maior, mas aí ela tem um risco muito mais elevado. Ter esse produto no estoque, precisa de mais investimentos, e é exatamente o que a Magazine Luiza não tem nesse momento. E no 3P, que é exatamente o marketplace da Magazine Luiza, são os produtos que outros vendedores plugam no marketplace, no site, no e-commerce da Magazine Luiza. E quando vende, a Magazine Luiza fica com a comissão dessa venda, mas ela não tem esse produto no estoque. A gente percebe que a estratégia está sendo em focar nesse modelo de negócio. A gente vai olhar lá em 2018, 2019 e 2020, um crescimento absurdo no marketplace, de 271% em 2018, 254% em 2019 e 155% em 2020. E em 2020, mesmo com a estagnação e os resultados ruins dos outros modelos de negócio, teve um crescimento aqui de 68% no marketplace e um crescimento de 18% em 2022 no marketplace, e agora em 2023 teve ainda um crescimento de 16,8% no marketplace. E se a gente olhar o modelo de negócio do marketplace da Magazine Luiza, tem uma certa estabilidade. Agora, o resultado financeiro da Magazine Luiza, o resultado financeiro nada mais é do que a receita, tudo que entra no caixa da empresa, e o que sai, as dívidas, o que se paga. Nesse caso, a Magazine Luiza está tendo prejuízos há muito tempo, e nos últimos 2 anos esse prejuízo foi absurdo. Em 2018, 19, 20 e 21, o resultado financeiro da companhia estava no negativo na casa dos 200 milhões, 70 milhões, 400 milhões, 600 milhões de reais no ano. Só que em 2022 e 2023, esse resultado foi para 2 bilhões de reais de resultado negativo em 2022 e 2023, 1,692 bilhões de reais no negativo, no prejuízo, que se deve a esse resultado astronômico de prejuízo da Magazine Luiza nesses últimos 2 anos, hein? Lembra que a gente falou agora há pouco sobre o modelo de negócio da Magazine Luiza? Até pouco tempo atrás, o ponto era fazer estoque. Ou seja, durante a pandemia, no momento que está vendendo muito, você precisa se endividar para comprar esse produto, para colocar esse produto no estoque. E aí você vai ter que pagar juros. Toda dívida de empréstimo gera juros. E a taxa de juros, que estava ali na casa dos 2% em 2020, foi para mais de 13% em 2021, 2022 e agora em 2023. E esse resultado financeiro, pelo menos agora em 2023, ao invés de aumentar, ele diminuiu, e o que a companhia está vendo pelo menos como algo positivo. Vamos lá para as dívidas da Magazine Luiza. Como é que está esse montante da dívida, hein? Essas dívidas de curto prazo, elas estão aqui na casa dos 2 bilhões 954 milhões de reais. E as dívidas de longo prazo estão na casa dos 4 bilhões e 400 milhões de reais. Ou seja, uma dívida, a empresa está muito endividada. Um ponto positivo que a gente pode olhar aqui é que pelo menos a empresa tem um patrimônio, tem um caixa que consegue pagar essa dívida de curto prazo, o caixa de patrimônio de curto prazo de 3 bilhões 372 milhões de reais, que cobriria essa dívida de curto prazo. E também valores a receber, a companhia tem aqui 4 bilhões 499 milhões de reais para receber, que também cobriria essa dívida aqui de longo prazo. Vale lembrar que a família Trajano, a família da Luiza Trajano, aportou 1 bilhão de reais no caixa agora em 2023. E você acha que a Magazine Luiza vai conseguir sair desse buraco? O fato é que o varejo brasileiro já está passando por um momento extremamente desafiador. E a Magazine Luiza, que está dentro do varejo brasileiro, vai ter que crescer mais do que o varejo brasileiro para conseguir ter números melhores e apresentar melhores números para os seus acionistas nos próximos trimestres, nos próximos balanços. Mas como que anda o varejo brasileiro? Eu vou deixar um card aparecendo aqui em cima e também vai estar na descrição desse nosso bate-papo para você ter acesso a todas as informações de como que está o varejo do nosso país. Bom, eu trouxe algumas informações aqui nesse nosso bate-papo. Todo mundo já sabe que o nosso bate-papo...
Vamos ver.
Chegamos à semana de 25 a 31. Vamos trazer um eclipse primeiro do ano, um eclipse lunar. Sendo assim, os assuntos mal resolvidos do passado vêm à tona. Confrontos, rupturas. Como o eclipse se dá abaixo do ar de Ares e Libra, é provável que as relações pessoais sejam abaladas. Cuidado, 28 e 29, tem um sexto formado entre Vênus e Urano, que gera otimismo. Ares, dê mais atenção aos seus planos e propósitos de vida nessa semana. Será importante buscar o equilíbrio com os diários, trazendo você mais para a realidade. Pezinho no chão. Alguns sonhos irão acontecer sim, se tornarão realidade. Mantenha a mente aberta para as oportunidades que virão. O Salmo 83, o banho erva doce, Touro. Será uma semana cheia de charme, sua simpatia vai estar evidente e promessas de empoderamento do seu lado sensual. Uma explosão de sentimentos vai te tirar da rotina e você tem que dar mais importância a esses assuntos aqui, Paulo, não só dinheiro. Uma boa fase, a estrela vai brilhar, que delícia, Salmo 74, banho limpo de princesa. Gêmeos, uma semana que traz grandes promessas. Significa que a tua sorte vai brilhar, teu carisma vai estar nas alturas, assim, ó, vermelhador. Para os solteiros, a chance é de ter um coraçãozinho dividido. Com alguns pretendentes, nossa, alguma amizade aí pode virar amor. Salmo 36, o banho jardim para a sedução. Câncer será um período para realçar seu espírito de compreensão e o seu lado caridoso. Faça caridade. Faça especialmente para as pessoas queridas da família, tá? Momentos maravilhosos com o seu amor. Aproveite para passar mais algum tempo com a família, tá? Para esses laços ficarem mais unidos. O Salmo 137, o banho verbena para a fertilidade. Leão, período para aproveitar a vida mais vezes.
Nossa, tá solitário, sai fora.
Olha a vida com um pouco mais de calma. Grandes chances de trabalho serão realizadas e também alguma coisa na parte afetiva bem legal. O Salmo
Bem
8,
legal.
o banho é pétala de rosa amarela para sucesso. Virgem será um período de muitas oportunidades, especialmente para estudos, para ganhos materiais. Momento para você aperfeiçoar seus horizontes, através exatamente de estudos e de história. Tua história, como é que é a tua vida, qual é o teu propósito? Conhecer outras culturas também vai ser legal. Salmo 22, o banho é pinho para confiança. Libra, essa semana você vai ter em destaque, né? Sempre, seus encantos naturais e encantados. Felicidade despertando e aumentando seus relacionamentos com alegria, para que você possa dividir sonhos e projetos. Aproveite para concretizar seus objetivos de forma harmônica. Salmo 125, banho adoro.
Adoro.
Escorpião, essa semana chegará com muita energia positiva e vai te ajudar nas parcerias, tanto amorosas quanto profissionais. Principalmente na profissão. Oportunidade de fazer sociedade. Está na época de fazer uma sociedade
não vou nada.
Grande chance de prosperar. O Salmo,
Eu não aguento ele
banho, palha
hoje.
de milho, sucesso. Pare e terá a oportunidade de
Ai, meu
conhecer nova
Deus,
cultura, consolidar seus
Deus.
sonhos. Esse mês vai estar
Rony.
botar em prática o teu sonho. Salmo 108, o banho acredita. Tá triste? Alface para trazer alegria.
Alface.
Tá com sono? Pedido para virar a página. Esquecer, gente, ruim, esquecer de decepções. Vários aspectos positivos vão acontecer. Dinheirinho entrando, profissão em alta, tá? Coloque em prática suas ideias. Salmo 136, o banho é o tempo para você ter sabedoria. Aquário, você vai sentir seu comentário, curiosidade aguçada, sede de conhecimento, mudança da tua rotina, é tempo de mudança. Você vai estar com mais ânimo para melhorar a tua autoestima. O Salmo é 134, o banho é lavanda, peixes. Período bom para deixar de lado o seu lado amoroso, ser compreensivo sim, mas pegar sua responsabilidade e sua sensibilidade para trabalhar com relação ao seu trabalho. Tenha mais confiança em si. Salmo 34, o banho arruda. Hoje, essa semana do
Nossa,
Brasil,
só delícia, filha da puta,
dia
viu?
legal para
Rapaz.
viver, 28. Dia bom para cuidar da saúde, 25. Boa semana.
Buena semana. Só um minuto, gente. Ai, não, cancela. Ai, não deu pra cancelar, não. Ai, não dá. Pronto, estamos de volta à programação.
Hey, what's up, guys? Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, it's the long-awaited Kaido from One Piece from SH Figures Beast form. And I don't know what the public perception is of this figure. I don't follow that much on social media, but I've had a lot of people in my comment section asking me to review this. I've had a lot of people saying it's got a lot of problems. I've heard some people say it's awesome. And if you guys follow me on social media, you'll know when it first got announced, I think it was on Twitter, I commented saying, if this figure turns out good, this is going to be one heck of a line. This is a pretty strong way to come out of the gates, relatively speaking. It was one of the first things they showed, even though it wasn't one of the first ones released. I was very hopeful for this release. I'm not this far in the anime yet, so I don't know anything about him fictionally other than what I've heard in passing. But I can still review the figure because I'm reviewing the figure, not his character lore. Alright, and I don't really care about spoilers for me for One Piece. It's a million episodes long, who cares? But for other people's sake, if you're going to post a spoiler about something, go ahead and just let people know it's going to be a spoiler before you post it. But anyway, we're going to review the figure. Is it good? Is it bad? I'll give you a hint. Yes. Yes, to both. Alright, so let's go ahead and get him not off the stand because he was too big and awkward, and take a closer look. Okay, so this guy's too big and his package is too big. That's what she said for me to do what I normally do, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. We'll take a quick look at the packaging before we look at the figure. Giant window, which looks good with the figure in it, and maybe I should have left the blister in there too. But it's a nice big window. Good One Piece packaging.
Olha, Jesus
Humongous
Christ.
packaging. This is a 12-inch ruler. It is taller, significantly longer. But But yeah, good packaging, good artwork. I love.
Rapaz, já tem Spider. Ô, anime, mano. Rapaz, nossa, Netflix tá zica, hein, mano? Ai. Hum. Hum.
The way they've been doing the One Piece packaging, I do think it is the best packaging they have going on right now. Different face options, it even shows Luffy on there, and some different posing options, which bother me a lot. Because he can't do this, not without something holding him up, and there's no good excuse for it. We're going to get into that. Yeah, but then really good packaging. I love the photography that they add to the packaging with the map. And then you still get the Luffy hat up there. Very, very good. Okay. If you like packaging, he has good packaging. Let's move on to the main event. Mr. Kaido, which I will say at first glance is a very impressive looking figure. This is the kind of thing that's going to look good on your shelf. No doubt about it. The question is, does it look good enough for the price point, and is it really an action figure? Can you do what you want to do with it in terms of articulation and whatnot? Well, we're going to see. I think it was like what, 240, 230 bucks on Big Bad Toy Store. There was something like that. Let's just say somewhere between 220 and 250, somewhere around there. That's pretty damn expensive. Now, don't get me wrong, he is big. Here's Luffy. Like, he's humongous compared to Luffy. But not that humongous. Let's do a height measurement. He stands about 11 and a quarter inches to the top of his horns with his legs fully bent. And I say that because he is digitigrade, so he has the backwards bend there going on. But they are fully bent and slightly off to the side, and the only reason I've done that is because that's the only way he can use his little support stand here. It's not tall enough for him to have his legs extended at all, or even for them to be straight down. So he has to be this height if you want to use this. And unfortunately, you kind of have to use this. we'll get into that. But let's go ahead and talk about the aesthetic. First, a question of the day before you see the review. So pause this and answer. Then you can comment afterwards. You can edit your response however you want to do it. Do you think they did a good enough job, just from what you've seen so far, for the price point? My response is almost yes, but there's one glaring problem aesthetically that really bothers me, and that is the blue paintwork on his scales up here. That's supposed to be down here too. You can argue it's not supposed to be from the wrist things down, because sometimes it's not, that's fine. But for all the scales that actually look like this, they're supposed to have that. They don't have it on the blue, they don't have the blue everywhere, which makes it look incredibly cheap. And that's unfortunate because a lot of it is covered with paint. The shading throughout, it looks pretty good generally speaking. Like, I'm pretty thrilled with it, except for these parts that look completely unfinished. It makes him look so cheap. It's very unfortunate. So for me, there's no way they should have not done that. Whatever it costs to do that, they should have done that. Take it away from things like this, maybe. Raise the price, I don't know. But having so much of it unpainted looks cheap as hell to me. Really don't care for that. So that's a problem aesthetically. Otherwise, it looks really good. So I'm going to just leave him there right now. We'll just zoom in for a second. The details on him are great. I love the sculpt work. I think it's exactly what it needs to be. There is a lot of paintwork. There's a lot of nice paintwork where there's like shading, and there is detail in the torso, in the skin, in the wound. I think it could be a little bit better. Let me zoom down, pan down a little bit. Like right here, you can see the scar, or whatever it is, isn't sculpted the same as down here. It just looks like bad paint. So yeah, it's not as good as it should be in a lot of places, but there is a lot of niceness. You can see the shading on the rope. You can see how bare his feet look without the paint. He does have the little chains though, so that's cool. Like, there's a lot of good going on, but I don't think there's enough. Not for the price point, not at the size. And as we go into it, you'll see that a lot of the stuff that's good on him is actually, it's kind of a problem, like his big cape or his tail. Like, his tail has not paint on it either. So yeah, I'm torn. I mean, I'm not really, because it's almost awesome, but then they really did do the best with the paint job. Because even though they have a lot, in some places, there's not enough for it to actually look good. It looks unfinished. The scale's not being painted sucks. Aesthetically, that's the biggest problem. Otherwise, it's gorgeous. There's a lot going on here. It's awesome. So I'm going to knock it down to only a 7 out of 10. Given the price point, it needs more paint. It needs to have the details painted in on the arms, especially on the arms and the tail. But I would argue on the feet too. Like, everywhere that's supposed to be, it needs to be there. It just looks bad not being painted. The rest of it looks gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But the rest of it being gorgeous doesn't make up for something that looks completely unfinished. This looks like a prototype. It looks like a test shot. Not okay. Alright, now as far as accessories go, we'll do this, and then obviously we'll get into the articulation, which is another one of the huge problems for this figure. Alright, as far as accessories go, you get a bunch of different faces with the interchangeable mustache pieces. I'm not going to describe each face. You can see what they look like. You get a bunch. That's awesome. You do get the spare Luffy face to go on Luffy. That's good. For hands, you get a decent spread. Nothing crazy, but definitely enough, I would say. I think actually, though, like a bigger open claw hand would be nice. Like a hand like that. That would be good. Probably useful. You do get his giant whacker, which is nicely done, though a little bit heavier than I would have expected. It seems to be made out of PVC. Which is heavy. It's a heavy plastic, and it doesn't feel very hollow. Like, it definitely has a hollow core, but it's too heavy. It's pretty darn heavy, but still solid. It's nicely done in that sense. And then you get his juice box, which is pretty nicely done, nicely detailed. It fits on his hand because it has a giant peg hole in it. So that's it for accessories. Sort of. If you want to count the cape, you can, and we'll talk about that. But it's a good spread. But I'm not sure that at a $200 and almost $50 price point that they put enough into this. I don't know. I'm guessing this was a very expensive figure to make, but it doesn't really matter because if it's missing things that it needs, kind of a problem. I'm not saying it needs new accessories, but I'm not sure they make up for the other faults. Right, so accessory-wise, I'll go 8 out of 10. I like them on the faces. Pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and take him off the stand, which you could count as an accessory, but I'm not because he kind of needs it. That's one of the biggest factors here for me. he has a tail and a cape. And those two things are very, very big problems for this guy, especially when it comes to posing, because this part is heavy as heck. Let's pull it off of him. Why they chose to make it this way, I have no idea, but holy crap, it's solid, almost solid PVC. I mean, we have articulation in separate pieces, but these things are, like, each one of these is heavier than a standard SH Figure Arts figure. Why did they use PVC? This should have been ABS for sure. Oh man, it's so freaking heavy. And the peg for going into his back doesn't work very well. So it's a giant pain in the ass to handle this. I have a feeling that anybody that buys this figure, you're not going to mess around with it ever. You're going to stick it on the shelf and just, that's going to be that, because it's such an annoying figure to handle. This is so heavy. If you want the cape on him, you're screwed. You can't do much with it at all. It's so ridiculously heavy and awkward. Alright, without the cape, some of the problems go away because he's not back heavy. The cape is so heavy, it's a very big problem for him to stand. But here's the other problem. You get the tail, which you would think a good thing. In fact, I would argue that the support stand is the tail on most figures that have a tail. You don't need this because you have this. He has a particularly thick, girthy tail. Should be fine, except it's not, because it doesn't connect. It goes into a peg, there's no retention. There's no retention at all, it's loose. And it has a ball peg, ball hinge combo in there, but you can't really do anything with it. Like, it's so far recessed. Like, what happened? What happened here? And then again, we see an example of the paint just looking good here, and then immediately looks unfinished. It is a sculpted tail with some articulation. I don't know why they did it that way, because the articulation they use doesn't even make sense. Why is it like that? Why is it not a ball peg? What's happening here? Why is it a hinge that doesn't serve any, like, who's doing this? What happened to this line? Why are there so many weird decisions that are being made? His tail is basically not articulated. It shouldn't be, because the articulation in it doesn't work anyway. Make it solid and make that the support piece for at least when he's in a neutral stance. I like that they did shading on it. That looks gorgeous. Is this shading worth not having this painted? No, but this is cheaper to do. Alright, and then we also have this. The tip of his tail is on a ball peg, but it falls off incredibly easily. So the tail falls off really easily, this falls off really easily, the articulation doesn't work functionally at all, and it doesn't support his weight properly. Without the cape, it's kind of okay, it'll do, but if you put that cape on, no way, it just does this. The tail goes back as far as it can, and he can't stand on his feet properly. It looks like he can because he doesn't have the cape on. I'm telling you, with the cape on, it is a problem. Without the cape, you can get by, but it still doesn't explain the fact that the tail doesn't actually connect all the way. Look at the gap in there. It rotates like you would want to do that, but there's no retention at all, so you can't, like, functionally use it for anything, and it falls off as you're doing it. Very, very poorly executed so far. Not pleased with that at all. Alright, now some of the articulation is really solid. We're going to get to it, but I have to say, for something I was very excited for, I love this guy's character design, I love One Piece, I love giant, unique figures like this. I think it was either rushed or just poorly implemented because they figured people were going to buy it. I don't know. But unfortunately, we're not done with the bad stuff. There is some good stuff too, don't get me wrong, but we're not done with the bad stuff. So the hair is articulated some, which works nicely for the cape, but that's about it really. For the head, we can obviously just pull the face off, and you can see we have a ball hinge. Why? So that we can't do any real posability. There's a ball peg and a ball hinge, but you're very, very limited in what you can do. There's glue in mine. You're very limited there. The neck itself is on a ball peg. I like that. But up here, the head, it might as well just not be articulated. It might as well just be fixed to the neck. You get a little bit of range, but not much. So that's a bummer. For the shoulders, somebody told me that these are some of the worst shoulders ever. I have to kind of agree. In concept, they're absolutely terrible. This kind of shoulder is not okay. It's the worst. Don't put a little joint with a giant cap over it because it's hideous. Stop that. Do it like Broly with a big old ball hinge, and that's all you need to do ever. The only upside to this is you can move the arm around a little bit like it's got a butterfly joint, sort of, but how important is that really? And also, if it is, this guy's got enough stuff in here to hide a butterfly joint, no problem at all. They could have easily just cut this out and done a proper butterfly joint like they do on the Dragon Ball figures these days, and it would have been fine. So that you can hold his club. Sure, you want to bring your arms crossed like this. Put a proper butterfly joint in there. Don't ruin the shoulder. Now you can't raise the arm because it looks like there's a giant chunk of meat missing and it's mechanical as hell. It's not the right way to do it, ever. And it doesn't look good. The only way it looks good is when it's in a neutral. Very, very disappointing with the shoulder. I'm disappointed with the figure, but the shoulder is disappointing. Alright, bicep swivel is fine, except that happens. So, yeah, so far this figure is a disaster of a $200, almost $50 figure with a really cool character design that shouldn't have been a problem at all. Also,